Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's currently 7:30 p.m. Central Time, and I just put on my sweatshirt so fast that I almost knocked things over because the stream was starting. Yo, what's up, Bear? And heck yeah, some nice spirit fare to start us off tonight. Hope you're having a good night, Bear. Crack open Pure F while I get everything together, and let's get to it. Oh, I forgot to. I thought I zoomed out my camera, so this is what this is what it looks like when my camera isn't zoomed out, which is zoomed out, and it shouldn't be this way because I thought I messed with the settings before stream. This is why I need to have, there we go. Look at that. It resets itself every stream, which is very annoying. You saw all my pins. That's so embarrassing. Cool, let's get started. Blue pencil reveal. But yeah, no, I was a bit late to stream today because I started doing, or I was doing homework and I lost track of time. I'm being very lazy with it. I could have had it done probably yesterday, and I didn't. Because I'm a rebellious individual. YouTube apparently has a new AI mode for channel creators. I'm tired of it. I'm also tired of making wobbly lines, so let's focus up. What's up, Jims? Seems that this era of my streaming career is Bear and Jim streams, and Icy Boy, which I'm not complaining about. It is weird being on the other side of it. Because, you have YouTubers and stuff that you like for a while, and then you're like, okay, I go watch something else now. But I'm always here. No, I'm kidding. Fine. No. Stay. I'm happy that I have people who are kind enough to stop by. I had to fill in Kat's role. I hope she's doing well right now. She's going to be mad that she's missing out on all these Wordles. I think my roommate may have adjusted the thermostat. I'm not sure, though. Streamer, you freaking suck, and I can't see. I mean, yeah. If your name was the different color, what color is Kat's name? I would have probably thought that's her. Oh, and Outer Wilds, Spiritfarer, Outer Wilds back to back. No, frick. But hey, we're streaming on a Thursday. We're not going to be streaming tomorrow. Taking it easy. Hard week. Which I was hoping it would be an easier week, but meh. It's only going to get crazier for here, and then once Thanksgiving hits, we're done, guys. I have a big lecture, the lecture that I've been preparing for the past 2 weeks. That is tomorrow. I went and bought candy. Dude, the store has no good packs of candy. Because what I'm doing for the lecture is if you answer questions, I give you candy. And I'm trying to find stuff that doesn't have nuts in it. And won't melt. So just generally not chocolate, right? Which I hate because chocolate's one of my favorites. Thank you. And all the packs there is either I was thinking Jolly Rancher, Swedish Fish, gummies, stuff like that. And particularly vegan candies or stuff like that. Freaking the store only has $20 packs of chocolates. If you want anything other, I got a $6 pack. I could show it. Actually, I'm not going to show it. I'm lame. Swedish Fish. Do you guys like Swedish Fish? I like Swedish Fish in moderation. My grandma thinks that she used to buy it. She still buys it. I used to really love Swedish Fish when I was younger. And so she buys me a 100,000 pack, the big bag. Every Christmas. I'm like, thanks, Grandma. And then I just give it to my sister or my dad. I like them for the fact that they're fake. It's very nice. I'm trying to push her in the Rolos direction. I've had a bit of a Rolos appreciation. Give me the stick of Rolos. I'll munch on those. I feel like Rolos are really underrated. Has Caramel. Oh, there goes my internet. Yay. Wouldn't be a Kavel stream without internet outage. Oh shoot, I have to pay my utilities. Today's the 23rd. Frick. And my internet's out. Dang it. Oh, wait, no, we should be back. Maybe not. No, we're dropping frames like crazy. I'll pay my utilities after stream. Yeah, let me set a reminder on my phone. Are we back? It looks like we're back. Wow, we are fighting for our life. Well, we're just gonna roll with it. Who cares? Let me get on Twitch on my phone to warn everybody. Oh, there we go. It's on my front dash. Oh, I hear myself. Stop that. My grandma got got wanded 3 times and then gave up because she has lots of gum wrappers in her pockets and tweezers. She never got cleared for the concert. Wanded? Oh, like the little thing that they wave, the metal detector. Dude, my internet sucks. What is happening? Okay, it's back. Cool. Dude. This is what happened. They're cutting my internet because I'm not paying my utilities. Jesus. Beep beep metal detector. Lots of gum wrappers and tweezers. I remember this was a terrible experience. I think I was in Washington, D.C. or something. Was it Seattle? I don't know. Seattle and Washington, very different. Yeah, no, sides of the U.S. Anyways, I was like going through TSA with my family, and I had a pin. I got like one of those crappy gift shop pins. Like, I've been to Washington, D.C. And the metal detector blares. And like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on. They pull me aside, and like, apparently there's a special procedure for if it's a kid. And like, that was the most awkward, uncomfortable experience I've ever had. And I never wish that upon anybody. Like, icky, no. Gross. Very bad. That's the only problem I've ever, just because of the pen. I've told this story on stream before, and I can't say, because like, it's very easy to look this up, possibly. I don't actually know. My dad had a fake weapon, like a dummy weapon, that his friend gave him. And so one time when he was going on a work trip, he kept it in his bag, and like, he went into TSA, and they tackled him. Not actually, but like, there's like a picture of him in the corner with like guards all around him. And have a good one, Jims. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, and like, there was a news segment on things taken into the to the airport, like craziest things, and the thing that he accidentally brought was on there. And now like he has said that he gets in like problems with TSA. Like, you know, like they pull you aside. Just, dude, oh my god, he's famous. Yeah. When we saw it on the TV, we're like, no way. I'm not sure if it was actually, but like, it had to be. And I have like, a weird thing I have is I really like multi-tools. Like, I love buying a nice $6 multi-tool off Amazon every once in a while. It just makes it feel alive. And like, a lot of them have little knives on it, so I have to like rummage through my bag. I'm not going to TSA all the time. I'm not flying like frequently, but I do fear, and like, I completely empty out my bags. Like, sorry, sir, you found my 21-in-1 2-inch multi-tool. Now I'm gonna have a permanent like record with TSA. I remember when I guess this is the plane flight stream. Go get it, TSA violation. Oh Christ. When I was coming back from Portugal, I brought a a disposable camera with me, and so going to Portugal, I got them to hand check it because some people say like the X-ray could hurt your camera. Generally it's okay, but it could. And like when I was flying out of Lisbon, I asked the security guard, "Hey, hand check my disposable?" And they just like shook their head, took the camera from me, and like put it in the tray. I was like, "Damn, it wasn't that busy. There was no need for that kind of sass." And yeah, here we are, very, very extra. However, flying, I've realized there's a you grab it from me, snap it in half. Next. I'm just glad I've never been one of the people that have been like made an example of. Like, you still have your belt on, and then it beeps, and they're like, "Everybody, take off your belts." And like, I would be annoyed, but I get it because like it's stressful. I had a pin in my pocket. I get it. There goes my internet. Cool, dude. I'm gonna have a sit down interview with my ISP and ask them what their problem is. Here, I'll drop the bit rate because that sometimes helps. Okay. I dropped the bit rate, so hopefully my internet will stop freaking out. I apologize, guys. Oh no, the stream is still running even though the internet drops. That's very strange for now. Cause yeah, I'm dropping frames, but it's I don't know. Yeah, it just said 420. Haha. um. Oh, anyways, I realized today like I'm one of the people an expert can tell me anything. I'm like, yep. Like they'll tell me like this plane is safe. Okay. Take this drug. Okay. And like I'm a skeptic. I'm a skeptic about most things people tell me. But I don't know if you can get it to drug form, maybe that makes me a sheep. Evil sheep. But will you fly on a Boeing? I don't think we have the alter. Like what other option is there? Um, I think the Boeing I'm flying on for my study or the airplane I'm flying on for my study abroad. It's a Boeing. Imagine emailing them. Yeah, guys, I'm not really comfortable with flying on this Boeing. Could you swap it out? I know you have like probably a couple in the back, right? Have you checked the back? I've never worked retail or like, I've only done like serving, right? Um is it like I've seen the memes of people being like, "Hey, could you check the back?" And it's like, "Okay," and they just stand there. Yet weirdly enough, there's two instances in my life where I've been in a Walmart. Surprising. And something wasn't on the shelf, so I just asked one of the employees, I'm like, "Hey, this on the app it says it's here." And they're like, "Give me a second." And they're like, "Oh, it was in the back." Sometimes they do though. Exactly, right? I feel like these TikToks are giving a bad impression. As a person who worked in food service, though, I can confirm that we made fun of your order. If you're ordering weird stuff, we're commenting on it. That's like half the fun. Oh, I didn't. You got automated bear. Haha. Part of me wants to lessen the automod, but it's caught some crazy stuff. Even the ball fondler's been here. Why did I say that? Only like one actually, Bear's probably the only person in the stream, so she's gonna get it, but still. Imagine if I had 1,000 viewers. If I had 1,000 viewers, then I'd say like a proportion of them would know. He is? I wish. I wish I had a celebrity in this chat. Other than you. And Jim's. The Quantum Circe. And Sadie. Sadie has the highest follower count, I think, out of all of us. Big lips because I'm silly like that. I was gonna post the gravel drawing that we've been working on. Man, I've been stuttering. Oh my god, so much. Anyways, the gravel drawing that we've been working on, I've been wanting to post it in the critique channel, but also I'm lazy, so. I'm relatively happy with it though. I don't have any good plans for stylizing it. Anyways, we're gonna do 3 minutes of ads because I accidentally did only 2 minutes during the start of the stream. And yeah, we're gonna do 3 minutes of ads, come back. We're probably gonna chat during that time because I'm not sure if Bear's actually gonna get the ads. Yeah, so be right back. I almost dropped my sparkling water everywhere. I sound so pretentious. I'm not calling it sparkling water anymore. I'm gonna say soda. My sparkling water. I'm just better than you. No. Also, man, Pinterest has been a bad habit. I've been using Pinterest like I used to use Instagram. I just scroll. It's giving me videos now. There's a video of a toucan. That's gangster. And also Pinterest has been hitting me with workspace setups, which I really like. I have a big fear of one day I'm chilling with the mic on. You guys probably have heard my breathing before, but it's like really bad. I've tried to be very, very selective with the noise gate, but it's always a possibility. Like that. Oh wait, ads are done. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna be returning to the gravel drawing today. Which also, I forgot to pull up the PureF thing. Blah. There we go. Cool. So yeah, let's head over here and get started as per usual. So yeah, yesterday we did this gravel, which I feel like his torso is still too long. Will I correct it? I'm not sure. But we should also lighten him up because he's a bit too. I went a little bit too crazy with the pencil. So did I hit start on the? I didn't. There we go. This kneaded eraser just wants to be washed. I'm evil though. I think I should stick. I made a. Oh shoot! I really need to to sharpen this. Jeez. I made Gravel's pupils in this ovular. Third word, ovular, oval-like. I don't know. And I like it. It adds a lot more character and expression, but at the same time, because this one's purely circle, giving that very awkward stare look, which I love. Also, as it gets colder, I'm seeing the grackles less and less every morning. It's disappointing. I still hear them though. They're as loud as ever. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I think we're gonna reduce it to pupils. Also, I want to add some like sharper things to the hands right there. Also, Bear, if you are still here, how was your day? I think I forgot to ask and I apologize. And if not, if you're not here, damn. I forgot I added this song. I really love this one. Okay. Here is to the hardest pose that we're about to draw. Let's see if I get lucky. Dang it. Nope. It's the next one. Almost got lucky. The hanging gravel. There's multiple variations of this. I'm good just cleaning the dishes right now. Oh, gotcha. Sorry for making you smear your soapy hands on the stream. So I can't. My bad. Also, never feel like don't feel obliged to respond if busy. I don't want to set that precedent. I apologize. I can honestly, I'm not sure if this is a weird take. I like washing dishes to a point. If it's easy, there's easy and there's hard dishes to wash. Pans, easy. Plates, easy. Cups, right? Tupperware, dude, I get pissed off at Tupperware. Pots are in between Tupperware and pans. Because they're just as heavy as a pan and almost as shapely as a Tupperware, but it's circular. Tupperware corners, dishwasher broke. I'm weird. This is also, I mean, a factor that I live practically alone, if not with my other roommate, but we don't generate that many dishes. I don't know how there's a hashtag. It's the water. It's the soap. Oh no, I apologize. But like I hand wash everything. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. I can attest that I do a good job, in my opinion, but that could be. If my hand washing skills are good enough for a restaurant, I think they're comparable at my own home. I'm defending myself. No one's attacking me. Anyways, let's talk about this gravel hanging off the edge with a tea bag. Let's look at the original reference because there's varying degrees of how I want to do this. That is not the right sketchbook. Oh, original sketchbook. How I love you. Even though you have some cursed stuff in there. Is it this one? Where's the grav cup? Grav cup. Can you hear the paper? Kind of. Yeah, okay. Especially if I talk. My bad. We must find the grav cup. Man, I draw a lot of gravel. Like, I know there's like, you don't, like, man, there's just a lot of gravel happening. Like, all the time. Okay, so it seems I have multiple. But the first one I drew was this, I think. Oh, no. Okay, wait. Oh god, that one. I like this one. And these were extensions of that because I added this other gravel there, but yeah, it's the amount that I want the gravel overhanging. But we now have something important going on here, which is this gravel is much bigger than all of these drawings, and I'm okay with that. I feel like it actually adds a lot. It fills up the space quite well. But that means with this gravel, we're gonna be like cutting into the shape here, which I'm not sure how I feel about yet. But I feel that I want a lot of overhang. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this pose in real life, and then I'm gonna see like how that would work. What should I hang out here? I'm gonna use my stool. That's a bad idea. Oh my god. Don't do that. Let's see. His arms are going to be basically straight down, not like very horizontal. Trying to think what else. Shoulders are definitely forward. Neck is kind of scrunched, but Gravel has a longer neck because he's a Grackle. They have very long necks. And like he could be going straight because like this Gravel's looking like this. So yeah, if he's going off this ledge, that would probably be best. He's gonna be rotated, and also I'm emphasizing thinking about this because I've maintained the perspective well here. I think, or at least is better than I thought I would. So I would really like to capitalize on that with like a gravel overhanging. That's just a very hard pose to do. But I'm gonna start with the box. Oh no. I guess I didn't clean off my pencil well. Leave you right there, sure. Oh yeah, wow. I really didn't clean that off well. Okay. My goal is two things here. Two main goals, three, kind of. There are three like normal goals total. Make this gravel seem the same size as this gravel, comparatively, right? In space, in 3D space. And two, have a cool like we're actually don't flatten it. Like maintain the 3D nature that's going on here. Because I think it's believable, but I've also looked at it a ton, so who knows. And then my third goal is just be like anatomic, like make it feel right, but that's always a stretch, right? And yeah, the unique part about this is the degree is really low here for things, but down here the degree is very high. So we're going to see the top of Gravel's head much more. And I'm just setting this box here because I've established a plane. I really should have started this drawing with a box. That's probably one of my biggest mistakes for the cylinder. But I'm starting with a box on top of the plane of the top of the cylinder so I can ensure that it's somewhat aligned. I feel like the degree should be much higher. And so to increase the degree of this, these are pretty, the VPs are pretty far, so, oh. Hmm. My brain's trying to get me to break rules, but I think we just have to settle for this. Yeah, whatever. Okay. It bothers me, but I can't tell you why. Maybe it's because that's cool. I like shifted it with my brain. Oh frick. That's honestly a bit better. Yeah. I don't know how I'm solving these because like my mentality is I don't know enough. Like if something's wrong, I don't have the ability to work it out, which is a bad internal. Like I kind of picked this up from Drawbox. I'm not going to say it's like Drawbox's fault or anything. But Drawbox like imbues like when you're working on an assignment, you don't know what is right or wrong. You just have the objectives of the assignment and you're supposed to, or like you could know what's right or wrong, right? But like you just have to do what this assignment tells you, right? Self-critique can be damaging as a baby artist because, you don't know what's right or wrong. So how do you know to critique yourself? But when doing your own drawings, and a very important skill of any person ever is to be able to like go out and learn and like make mistakes and learn from them. Um, so, but then you could do like searching lines and it could be really messy. So I don't know. I don't know the answer, but I found out the right answers multiple times in this on my own. So hopefully that means something. Or maybe I didn't. So last time I got really gestural, I did like this cool like thing for the shoulders that I liked, and it actually kind of helped me a lot. Done. Heck yeah. Great work, Bear. Peter Griffin death pose. I think I have drawn Gravel doing that, but I should like capitalize, like do a real one. Yeah, I do want to start emphasizing more of Grackle's very sharp, very pointy beaks. I'm gonna turn that into a habit, and I'm gonna like annoy so many people by doing that. I need to stop making little noise. Is that relatively the same size? It is closer to us, so his head will be a bit larger. Nice. That looks a bit weird. That looks very weird. Trying to decide like how I want to angle the ellipses that represent the eyes. I'm looking at the drawing this way. I feel like I can get a better grasp of where the eye should be. Head too big. I'd agree. An eye too high. Hmm. Trying to figure out if my arms are pointed down like that, then the degrees of the ellipses for the shirt that Gravel wears. That's like a big constructional landmark for me. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But like the ellipses for his armholes on the t-shirt tell me a lot of where the current shirt arm thing, whatever it's called, is doing. Relative proportions between these two. Let's see, the arm's going inwards, so it's gonna be like It's crazy. This idea has been this brainworm has been in my head for so long. I can't remember the first time I thought about this, but it's good to vacate it, to vanquish such a demon. Not really. It's not a contentious or difficult thing to hold this in my head, but it's nice. It is a really cool feeling to see it become realized, and in a somewhat close degree to what I imagined, which is very rare. That is the probably the weirdest part. Most things I imagine like it comes out quite differently, and I'm okay with that. But maybe also I've thought about this so much and in so many variations that really anything could fulfill my expectations of what it should look like. What is the rhythm of the arm when it's going down like this? Something like that. I want to move the head a bit lower, but for now we're going to deal with this. Tangent line. Brick with the beak. No, no, no. I don't want that. And the hands are going to be particularly weird here. I have to always like this, right? If you're holding something, it's like a rope. It's like a tube. Hold my water bottle. My water bottle. I hold like this, right? Like this. So it's gonna be like this, kind of. Which means if it's upside down, I would put my left thumb over my right hand, over like pad. Doing the poses when drawing them is like half the fun, I'm not gonna lie. Gotta add the iconic eye bags. Yeah, something weird's going on with this one. I don't know what yet. But I've been really thinking about animating from songs. Ooh, heck yeah. What would be the first song you animate to? Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. I wonder how much like effort and time something like Worth the Kids freaking what's the one where they're all blue and then they're in the ambulance? Willy Willy. Whatever that one is. Deadly Comics. Hell yeah. Did they do a lot of animations to songs? I only remember them for like their more surreal stuff. Or surreal, it's like no, it's not a good name for it. Also, my microphone is about to fall off my desk. Oh my god, here, right? Ooh, heck yeah, yeah. Fell in love with the girl. That's a great one. Do it. I know it's easy to say do it. Seems like an undertaking, but seems like a very fun challenge. And that one's notable for how fluid that cat is. I feel like the cat's also designed for something like that. It's very expressive. Trying to think of like a short song. Not that I'm like gonna, just if I have any recommendations. I don't know. If I ever animate for music, which I want to do, freaking music by Doomgong or King Gizzard is up there. Like Robot Stop. I want to make a freaking Ultra Kill AMV to Robot Stop. I've been thinking again of what I should do with my art, and I thought combining Anthro's music and animation would be interesting. Huge. 3 birds and 1 stone. Dude. 1, 2, 3. Dude! I need to draw 4th just to be safe. But heck yeah. Ideally, you should do whatever you want, right? Those are all 3 things that you surround yourself and are good with, and kind of like, it's not totally related, but how Proko like combined all the things that he likes for his career. God, this tangent line's gonna make me yeah. We all have like our little trends, right? Like you can see me with like Turan Fiddler. And or like Hataya and Kurumi. Very close. Or like Turan Fiddler, Jacento, Nagabe, right? So I'm definitely gonna go in the direction of those. How do I fix this, dude? That tangent line is freaking. You know that picture of SpongeBob eating his pillow, or like crying and eating his pillow. See the oh god, the pixels were eaten. The arm and the beak, the side of the beak and the arm. Also, I need to show art of Legoshi. Oh. I'm opening Discord. Favorite artists. I have it open. Also, that picture, I'm not sure if Kim Jong-gi like drew that human skeleton without reference or not. But even with reference, that's ridiculous. He's on a whiteboard. Calm the hell down. It pisses me off. No, it makes me react in the same way that I react to Guarnido, which is stupid. It's stupid. It's just insane. You know, the most respectful stupid I could possibly say. The only way I can fix this is either by giving Gravel like crazy forearms, which wouldn't be lore accurate, or extending his beak. So what if we do a little bit of both and move his arm over as well? Because we are going to see the wider part of the forearm right here, like when it's exposed like this. So it makes that kind of trapezoidal look to it. Oh wait, that's great. Holy moly. Is that I feel like that's something from the anime, but I really love that. I wish, actually no, this is just me being one of those, but I wish there was more Legoshi. His name's Jack, right? I could be mistaken. Interaction between those two, but I also wish there was more Legoshi and Lewis interaction, right? So Jack's awesome. Underrated. Legoshi, honestly, Legoshi doesn't deserve him. In a way. I mean, Legoshi deserves love and kindness, but like, Like, dude, you're down bad for a rabbit, and you're kind of involving everyone, you know. Which, like, I don't blame him totally. He has good intentions, but I need to continue. I've been watching Shield Hero because, like, I hate to say it, one weird way. I've watched so many clips from Beastar season 3 that I don't really want to watch this. Like, every episode, I'm like, oh, I've seen that, I've seen that, I've seen that. And I don't like the main villain for season 3. I know about them. I just, such a weird story, but I love it for that. I mean, dude, Minecraft jump scare. Why do I have this in my? Oh yeah, because I added like all of Minecraft to Minecraft's OST to this. Yeah, very I'm the Joka baby vibes, and like trying very hard to be like the manifestation. Actually, I shouldn't spoil it too much, but like, yeah, bit of an edgelord. I loved Grizz. I think Grizz was a great villain. Because he made me feel like sick. I was like, oh my god, you're messed up. That was his name, right? Grizz? I think so. Who frickin' knows? When is the new Zootopia coming out? This just reminded me that's happening. I was very happy to see that all the lizard designs from the second trailer aren't just snake. Like, I was gonna be very upset if you have this awesome world of Zootopia with these great character designs, and then for all the lizard folk, you go for like snake, right? But no, there's some pretty cool designs in there, so I'm very, very curious to see where they go. Also curious to see what the plot is, because like in my opinion, I'm not a fan of sequels, so I feel like Zootopia should have stayed at just Zootopia. Zootopia 2. If there's a Zootopia 3, I'm gonna be pissed. There's no way you're getting a third movie. And oh shoot, oh Bear, I'm so sorry. Frick. I didn't even consider that. My bad, my bad. Like, actually, oh frick, man, I feel bad. Well, when you get the opportunity, it looks great. Nah, I mean, yeah. I've never been a fan of the "it's on me" point because, like, still, you should be able to get the surprise that everyone else got. But now, ego streamer didn't warn against it. I just I didn't like register in my brain that like, oh frick, that is like a big thing. But yeah, oh, surprise, surprise. Because like I feel the point of Zootopia was like people are different. You shouldn't have you shouldn't let biases or public perceptions of people based on their situation or etc. form how you look at reality and interact with others. And yeah, once again, people are different, right? What can the next one be? Unless it's the exact same message with the snakes now. I feel like it's going to be like Beastars where the ending is going to be pretty predictable. Yeah. But hey, I mean, this is an argument I don't like, but I hear it all the time, and I'm going to use it for this movie. It's movie meant for kids, right? Zootopia does well in the sense that it like it cater adults can enjoy it too. But I feel like at the end of the day, why are they making this movie? Not for adults to watch it. They're making it for kids to watch. Not that you can't watch if you're not an adult. But like that's the argument for like One Piece, right? It's like, oh well, it's a serialized Sunday show, so you're not gonna have like JJK level animation or like Danadon level animation. all the time. Now I argue for One Piece because it's One Piece, one of the biggest anime of all time. They can afford to torture their animators a little bit more. But yeah. Sorry, I'm just coping about the state of One Piece right now. I remember being so petty during my marine biology class. We were watching Shark Life. This movie is ass, and you're like, chill, it's just for kids. That's real though. That's like, I feel that. I feel that a lot. Because like when I watched Bad Guys for the first time, I was like, crap, that was my come to Jesus moment. I was like, oh yeah, like sometimes movies are just meant for kids. And like this movie definitely wasn't meant for me. And I walked into Bad Guys wanting to think it's like Zootopia, you know? I really wanted to like it in that way. But like the instant way for me to stop liking a movie is when fart jokes are there. I'm sorry, but like I don't even want my kids to engage with fart jokes. They're funny, sure, but like I know every adult has to like watch the shows that their kids watch. You can't put on like I'm not going to put on Germa when my 3-year-old's in the room. Actually, maybe I will. It's good sensory stuff. But anyways, like so like I have to put on something that the kid's going to watch and I'm going to watch. Bluey is notable for that, right? Like adults also enjoyed Bluey. I'm scared if I let my kids watch Bluey all the time, are they going to have an Australian accent? That's cool though. That's actually kind of cool. I respect the Australian accent. Who doesn't? Who doesn't respect any accent? But you know, like, yeah, I'll give that accent a pass. Like, what? Nope, I don't respect the Valorant accent. That one pisses me off. Sorry, I have to say it. I'm not gonna even try to do it because I have to listen to it for a second to know what it is. But the Valorant accent makes me so mad. I've heard stories of kids having a vague British accent from watching YouTubers. I mean, I what I have is close to that. I still spell armor ARMOUR and like some other words the British way because I watched Dan TDM so much. Or like other British like Stampy. And so, or like it was a big issue because it was reinforced because in Minecraft, when I was like trying to summon an armor stand or something, I would type it wrong every single time. And I still sometimes type it wrong. And you know, I took out the wheelie bins the other day. Do they actually call it? There's no way they actually call them wheelie bins. There is no way. They have to, that has to be a bit. Aussies call them wheelie bins? No. I feel like they're collectively lying to us. It's called a wheelie bin, so called because of the wheels. Everyone on Reddit right now is saying we call bins wheelie bins, and the workers bin min. That's fun, but like, that's stupid. Respectfully, we probably have our stupid American words for things, but wheelie bins, wheelie. You really call them freaking wheelie bins, bro? Holy moly! What the frick? I'm sorry, Bear. Cool. Wheelie. Freaking wheelie, bro. I want to listen to the Valorant accent right now, but I'm just going to keep doing it for the rest of the stream, so I'm going to hold off. it's kind of like up talking, and I up talk from time to time, so I'm not allowed to whine about that. But you're trolling? Like you're actually missing right now? Holy moly, bro! Your brain dead? Like what are you doing? I'll put an example. The only reason why I'm put onto this is because I've heard it before, but I never knew what it was, and then I watched Poke. He had a whole thing about this. I was like, this is a thing. I never knew this was a thing. There's like a whole video talking about how to do the Valorant accent. Oh god. That's sorry, Gravel's eye just actually looks so messed up right there. Stop. I'm gonna do his eye after the hands. The hands are gonna be tough. Speaking of sharpen this up a little bit. Have fun with Gravel and trying a Valorant accent. I'll try my best. You have a good one, Bear. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, the hands are like this, crossed over. So left over, right, pad up the top here. Yo, what's up, Jims? Wait, whoa. We had a bear mug gym swap. Do you guys just take times watching over me to make sure I don't do anything so too stupid? Oh, that thumb's way too high. Also, I shouldn't be making marks that. Have any notable stories of the day, other than the ones from earlier about the grandma metal detector? Then again, I doubt that's from today, but. Yeah. Hands are tough, man. I heard your exam went well. Very good to hear. How the frick? I could have zip tie and the piece flew at my head and then hit your friend's head. Oh, that's real. Zip ties make my OCD brain very upset. Or no, I don't, because like zip ties, they do their job. They're great, wonderful invention, right? But whenever like I have to trim things or stuff like that, also like cutting zip ties right at the end piss me off. Like leave a bit of a tail. Actually, no, because then like I've cut myself on the tails of zip ties before, but doing it flush bothers me. I'm not sure if this is a weird take, but let's see. Oh wait, if I was holding something like this, then my hands would be more forward. I hit a friend. I hit said friend. There we go. Because he jumped in the just fixed elevator lightly. It was a light smack. Once again, I'm not sure if you were here for this earlier. People could tell me anything about planes, about whatever. And as long as like a group of reputable scientists verified it, I will believe it. And so when it comes to elevators, I'm going to believe it. I'm going to trust the engineering process. And if not, I'm going to have a wonderful lawsuit. Because, like, I can survive in an elevator for 7 hours. And, like, I'm suing like crazy. So I'm not stressing too much on the elevator. My little sister, though. And, like, I'm not going to call it an unreasonable fear. No, elevators are scary. I get it. But my little sister is very scared. And I don't mess with her, but my dad loves to mess with my little sister in the elevator. And it's very rude. It's very evil. I'm not going to lie. Sorry, Dad, if you're watching this. It makes weird noises. I used to mess with my little sister, but then I realized like how real the fear is. I was like, oh, okay, I probably shouldn't do that. But my dad's an ass, so respectfully. Why am I saying this? Even though he watches my streams? Because he's old and he's probably asleep right now. Say my friend get it. Oh, it's funny till it's not, right? And then the elevator comes crashing down. Like when she went to my apartment when we moved in for the first time, and there's like my apartment freight elevator is very rickety. She did not have a good time. That's the thing though. If it's anybody else, I may troll. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I may troll a little bit. He's sad when you don't call him that. Very interesting. Worried that Gravel's arms are a little bit too tiny here. I've had to do some weird manipulation to avoid tangent lines and such. Frick it, we'll give him jacked arms. He's the bird I want to become. One day I'll be as buff as Kavel or Gravel. Frick. Okay, the tea bag. I don't know, because like the teacup's tilted forward, but I feel like the tea bag should just go straight down. How's my day? Honestly, a blur. Like I'm trying to think about it right now. Just a blur. I turned off my brain for most of today. And now I'm realizing, what did I even do for like, oh yeah, okay, I remember what I did. It was all just reading, going to classes and reading. Tomorrow I have my big lecture I was talking about, which I should recite for, but like, a lot of it's Socratic, so I'm going to be engaging with the class a lot, so I'm not too, like, there's only so much I can prepare for. I'm going to lose a lot of arguments, or like discussions. Arguments is a bit harsh to call it, but I'm going to lose a bunch of, so I just have to prepare my ego for that. Like, I'm going to be wrong a lot of this. It's almost like a design review, where they're like, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? That's wrong. But, say Livy. Yeah, overall, it was an okay day. I got sleep, had a good breakfast. Blue Locket. Oh yeah, because that show, a whole show is about ego, isn't it? Do I need to look up a teabag as a reference? Also, that's... I don't know. It feels too big, given our perspective. Those arms are just too small. I'm iffy on shows being about ego. Because I used to be, and I still am. I think like the ego's the source of all that is bad. But at the same time, I like to want things. 3D molded chair. 3D molded chair. Were they using like CAD or like mold in real life? Okay, gotcha. Like mold, not as in like the biological substance mold, but like they're the active like. Pressing too hard. Need to calm the hell down. Calm the hell down, Gravel. Kavel. Frick. Mold in real life. 3D printed the mold and then poured plaster. Oh, okay, huge. Very cool. Man, when I get a 3D print. Oh, wait, no, I need to be careful what I say here. I was about to say, if I get a 3D printer, it's over. But, like, that sounds bad. When I get a 3D printer, I'm just going to be doing that all day. Like, or I have one. I have an Ender 3D Pro. I just am too lazy to be bothered to, like, clean it and level it all the time. It turned out ugly. Such is the engineering process, I guess. Okay, let's draw that teabag and call it for today. Look at that. We have a bunch of gravels happening on this page. Been holding out. I used to be really into making anything, and I was trying to make a web shooter like out of string. I had like so many prototypes. I had at least 5 versions printed. I was using the same kind of spring. I think it's called like a D spring or something inside of a measuring tape for the launching mechanism. But one day, like the nozzle, I had to buy a new nozzle, and that was the last day I touched it. Let's see, tea bag. Oh wait. Oh, okay, the little. This isn't. That's the shape of the tea bag, but we want that to be the shape of like the little paper that you do the dunking. So that's a square. It's like kind of the bread bag ties, if you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's fix that up. The arms, something's off. Maybe the hands are too small. That actually feels a lot better. Okay. Hands were too small. I think I want to play video games. I've been having the itch for a while. I think it's because I watched Poke talk about arc raiders. There we go. Cool. Look at that. I'm very happy with how this looks so far. I think things are coming together quite well. Oh wait, this is gonna be really tiny though. It's foreshortened. Been playing No Man's Sky. Man, I love No Man's Sky. It's such a great game. I know I said that last stream. How are you enjoying it? How far are you in? Doing an event. Ooh. Didn't know there was an event in the game. Just making sure this is comparatively smaller than gravel. Phase 3. Ooh. Oh wait, is this like, do you mean event or do you mean like the update cycle that they have planned? Because I know they've been like pushing out the newer updates and site like this big overhaul plan for No Man's Sky. I forgot but they do every update and you get rewards. Ah, I gotcha. Then yeah, that may be the thing I was talking about. Who knows? Let's see. They have like this kind of pattern to them, the tea bags. Nice. Look at that, guys. We have gravel holding a cup with gravel. Big. We have one more to put in here. I don't know what that one's going to be, honestly. I think these are relatively the same size. I think. We'll see. But yeah, so we're going to call it here, everybody. Thank you very much for joining tonight. We're almost there. We're going to be taking a break. No stream tomorrow. And then I'm going to start actually reading the lesson 6 stuff on the side. So once we're done with this drawing, once we've inked it, if we choose to ink it, which I want to. Yeah, and thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Baron Jims, for joining us tonight. Thank you anybody else who wasn't watching. Or who's, I mean, yeah, thank you to anybody who wasn't watching, but sorry, not chatting. And anybody watching this in the future. Yeah, so no stream tomorrow, Friday, and we'll be back Saturday, Sunday. Hopefully we'll finish this in the next 3 streams-ish. So, yeah. Yeah, once again, sincerely, thank you all, and I hope you all have an amazing rest of your night. See you guys Saturday. Bye for now.